Good evening, everyone. We'll call this meeting to order at 6 o'clock. And in the spirit of reconciliation, the town of Diamond Valley acknowledges and pays tribute to the traditional territories of the peoples of Treaty 7, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprised of the Siksika, the Piikani, and the Kainai First Nations, the Dene of Tsuut'ina First Nations, and the Stoney Nakoda, including Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Goodstoney First Nations, and of course the Métis Nation of Alberta. Thanks for joining us. Should be a fairly brief agenda. We had a committee of the whole meeting last Wednesday with recommendation coming back to council. We'll see that very shortly. Friendly reminder just to turn phones to vibrate or silent, and in the event of emergency for Dusty and the rest of us, we'll just, oh, sorry, Larry, not Dusty. Sorry, Larry. Thanks, Jonathan.
Sound good.
We'll just see ourselves out the side door, and washrooms are located in the back. Sorry, Larry, my apologies.
No problem.
That's terrible.
You're all right.
He does that for us too.
I know.
Okay, so let's jump right to it. Let's take a quick look and take an adoption of the consent agenda. Councilors, anything that anyone wants to pull off of the consent agenda? If not,
Motion to consent.
Councilor Gordon gives us a motion to adopt the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor? Perfect. And we will jump right to the adoption of the regular agenda. CO Davey, any additions to the?
None, your worship.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Council, anything that you wanted for me to move? There's only 2 items on here. Okay, perfect. I'll take a motion.
I'll do that.
Thank you very much. Councilor Rose, all those in favor? And that's carried unanimously. Good evening, Councilor Martin. Sorry that you're not feeling well. Good to have you online.
Thank you.
Verna's got a stick over there with your face on it. She's gonna pop it up into the air if there's ever a question or anything.
Caricature of each of us, you know. ChatGPT caricatures now.
You can have a lot of fun.
Produce a picture of what you know John did your work. That's not funny, man.
Maybe better.
All good. It's good to have you on, Hazel. I hope you're feeling better. We're gonna jump right down to let's jump into question period. At 6:02, we'll open up question period. Do we have any questions?
We do not.
Okay, perfect. We have no questions, so that was the fastest minute, 6:03 now. We'll close questioning period at 6:03. Now we will jump down to 6, bylaws and policy. 6.1, council-034, council boards and committees, recruitment and selection. Council, I assume you read it, and I will pass it over to CO Davey potentially to start us off if you like, and then we'll just go through some questions.
Yeah, thanks, your worship. Again, this is just to formalize an actual process. So whenever council's committees have to do a recruitment drive, council will now have the final vetting. So we want to just make sure that council has that and it keeps it black and white via policy.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilor Gordon, kick us off.
Yeah, excellent work on this. I was wondering, I've been receiving a lot of questions over in my last 3 terms, obviously, about what does it take to volunteer? What do we need to do? So on that point, under section 2, or responsibilities and priorities, section 4, under number 2, recruitment, and then article B, where it says the committee may provide a description of the roles and responsibilities. I wonder if it would be worth entertaining having that as a shall, that they shall provide a description of roles and responsibilities. Because I've had that question specifically, what is it I'll be doing if I serve on that committee? So I don't know if it's something that is worth discussing, or if you guys are content to leave it at me, I'm good either way.
Yeah, thanks, your worship. I understand where you're coming from on it. I would recommend keeping it as may though, simply because very few roles in this town have descriptions,
Fair enough.
including my own.
Fair
So to turn that into a shall would be a lot of other work, and then it would also tie council and each committee to actually adhere to that. So I would keep it as may flexibility.
Assessment. Absolutely good. Follow up or anything?
No, that's good.
No. Councilor Holiday.
I thought it was fantastic. I couldn't find any problems with it other than an indent error on the pre-seed. Under selection process.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
The
That's too funny.
I could find wrong with it. So I'm happy
It's a
to,
great policy. It's a
Yeah.
great-
happy to have it. I would be happy to make a motion that council authorize council 034, council boards and committees recruitment and selection policy as presented.
Wonderful.
Me.
Seeing no face of Councilor Martin over next to Verna. No further questions, council. Okay, council, all those in favor? And that's carried unanimously. Wonderful. Okay, we're gonna jump out of 6.
Sorry,
Oh,
we
no.
also need
Oh,
a
sorry.
request that council go for proposed option 3 to rescind this one.
I jumped ahead of myself.
No, give it there, Ted.
Yeah,
I want to give one later.
You can.
I'll move that council rescind the committee guidelines policies, Turner Valley MPA 08.10 and Black Diamond admin -017. And I have no further comment.
thank you very much, Councilor Rand. Interesting the way that each town labeled things. Eh?
Yeah, no,
Do those things.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. All those in favor? Great. And that I believe is the 2 of those. Okay, now we can jump down to action items. 700 naming proposal. This was the one that we discussed last week. And we kicked the recommendations up to ourselves. So I believe there's gonna be a little bit of a discussion here, given the amount of proposed options and the direction that council would like to go, especially with the park. So why don't we start top down? Unless Edmund wants to speak to this at all.
Yeah, thanks, your worship. I'll just quickly mention, so the actual policy itself will come back probably a couple of meetings from now. The reason why this one's really coming back is because of the proposed Blair Avenue. That's an active application right now that we want to have action. So I would just recommend to council that that's the driver here is the Blair Avenue, and then the other 2 matters can be discussed as you see fit.
Okay, so why don't we start, because that's number 1, or excuse me, the proposed option number 1. How does council feel about the Flair Ave Southwest? I'll start. Sounds great to me. So
It's rather fitting.
it is fitting. Okay, Councilor Holiday.
Yeah, I just had a question. So is this just really a continuation of John Street? Though, like John goes, it's John Street and then it comes around and it becomes like John Avenue for a little bit. And then all of a sudden it goes back to John Street, according to your IGS, there's something weird going on in there. And then it's a continuation down to Main Street. So why isn't it just like John all the way around? Even though I really dislike the name John, because I'm assuming it's like Bad King John, which was a terrible monarch. So I don't know why we named street after him, but how does that work?
Thank you through the mayor. This goes back to the whole conversation about naming things after people. However, the situation that presents is that John Street is north-south street, as are streets in our town. And then it kind of wraps the corner slightly. And what we're proposing is where it gets to Robert, there will be 1 house affected on the southeast corner that will have to be renamed. So it will be John Street all the way until Robert. At that point, it doesn't make sense for it to be John Street anymore because it's east-west. So we've asked the developer of that subdivision to propose a name. The name they came back with was Flair Ave.
Okay, so there is really nothing labeled John Avenue.
It was a placeholder until we could figure out where we were going with the naming.
Oh.
And so that's where we find ourselves today, is to
Alright.
actually formalize it with council's approval.
Well, I'm happy it's not continuing on as John Street, so
Right.
Flair's good.
Councilor Gordon, did you have something?
Just, and for clarity, that's at Purdue Park, right? That intersection where Purdue Park is kind of the northwest corner where Robert comes and then Flair would just drop down.
If you say that's the name of the
Yeah.
park, then yes.
Yeah, Flair works. I mean, you've got like I took pictures during as they were developing the road there, and you've got due east of that is the flare.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's a perfect moniker in my opinion.
Any other questions? Because we can jump on that one first. I don't think that's the one Councillor Bain wanted to make. I don't know if it is or not, but would anyone like to give us the first?
Proposed option there, number one.
Yeah, it's number one. If we want to go with Blair, then we'll jump back to the naming of the park. Unless you guys want to talk about everything and then go to all the motions after. I'm indifferent. It doesn't matter to me how you guys want to tackle this.
Close them up as we go.
Okay, so someone give me the first motion for,
Call it name one.
you want to give us that one, Paul?
Yeah. Oops, I'm not sure about it.
Come down.
It's on the final page. Page 41.
Yeah.
I know. There you go, right there.
Okay, number one.
Yeah.
That council approve pursuant to its authority under the Municipal Government Act, the name Flair Avenue Southwest for the road connecting John Street Southwest at Robert Street Southwest to Main Street South at DeKalta Road Southeast.
Well said.
Yes.
Okay, council, satisfied? All those in favor? Wonderful, love it. Okay, let's go to, yes, Golf Course Road is at 418
Ave, yeah.
418 Ave West. Okay, so we have option A, option B1, B2. Option B1 and B2 that's where the real battle is gonna come. How do we feel, council? Everyone calls the Golf Course Road.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think we go with option B1 or B2.
Yeah.
I guess a question more so for courtesy, did we consult the golf course, about road or avenue by chance?
So the intent was to have the naming policy back, then I was sick, so it's not here.
Okay.
At this point, whatever council would like to kind of take the next step with, we will do the consultation with that name.
Okay.
With Foothills County, the golf course, neighbors, that kind of thing.
Okay,
I'm kind of with Brendan, we all call it the golf course road.
yeah,
Yeah, so,
option B1.
yeah.
The challenge with that though is the direction.
So like you're saying if it's like a street or an avenue, which
Yeah.
one way or the other, so you think we should do,
Because, the way that we have it, it conflicts with the definition we have for road.
yeah.
Touche.
Because that's another,
Whatever we call it,
Yeah.
people are still gonna call it golf course road.
exactly. It's
So-
true. And I mean, so the question I have, I guess our municipal enforcement would be better to ask this from a emergency services response, what would be the better option? Because I do know, because I'm gonna say this, when
Yeah. well,
when in the county, they started naming things the avenues with the 6-digit numbers, like 236, 124, 438 Ave. The 911 operators at Fresk were confused. They're like, where is that? And so they would put out an operator, say it's Tongue Creek Road. And they'd be like, what do you mean, where's Tongue Creek Road? So there's confusion in that we have to consider.
Did you have a comment?
Yeah, we discussed it briefly at our multidisciplinary internal meeting, and there was no strong preference. It's the suffix that is determined by Canada Post under their guidelines.
Good with that, then
I really don't have a problem going Golf Course Road to keep in the spirit of
that's what people call it,
what the
right?
province does. We go Golf Course, sorry, did I say road? If you go Golf Course Avenue to keep it, everyone's still gonna call it Golf Course Road either way.
Yeah.
But I think that's an important distinction that you make. To do the avenue,
Because of the alignment.
east and west.
golf
keeps it
road
clear.
avenue.
It's- I mean, for Golf Course Avenue, people are gonna say, the Golf Course Road.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent, so someone give us a motion and we'll vote on it, but it's gonna be Golf Course Road to the public.
Yeah.
But I think Golf Course Ave may be better suited for
For our
dispatch.
EMS, yeah, that's where I would go. What do you say, Ted?
I'm just thinking if EMS is involved and someone says Golf Course Road and EMS knows that it's Golf Course Avenue,
Could be a challenge.
it would be a challenge that way as well. So I think that because the public is going to know it as Golf Course Road, whatever we decide to call it.
Go ahead, Jared.
Of course. So whatever name council directs us to move forward with at this point, we are going to do the circulation and get
Yeah.
further feedback. So at this point, you're not actually adopting the name.
Hmm.
You're simply sending us forward with the top contender, if you will, to circulate to Foothills, circulate formally to Protective Services, circulate formally to the golf course, that kind of thing. So you're not bound by it if you choose one over the other tonight.
Someone give me a motion.
Yeah, I can do that. The council directs administration to circulate to Foothills County and other affected parties the proposal to rename 418 Avenue West to either Golf Course Avenue or Golf Course Road and bring back the renaming proposal. It's gotta be an option, right? Like they're gonna discuss it
Sure.
to council for resolution by the end of the year.
Put a bend in it, then it's can be a road.
Then it can be a road because it's got the curve. It technically has a little bit of a curve at the very end, right?
Good motion, John.
Yeah.
Okay, any final comments on Golf Course Road Ave? All those in favor? Okay, excellent, that's passed unanimously. Okay, now let's move to the naming of a public park. So this one's here.
This is, well, and that's a great question.
Like, where is?
So so when you come down to Culver Bridge,
Yeah.
it's on the south side of the river.
Okay,
So you just about 100 meters on the south side. If the sign just calls it public park right now.
yeah, okay.
But that's a great question because since we opened that park, I don't know how many times people ask me, where is it?
Well, it's not even, well, even in here, it's
It
not
needs a
like,
name.
well, it needs a name and then,
Yeah.
but we didn't have like an address in our agenda where it was. Unless you know it's the public park, you don't know where it is, I
Yeah.
suppose, right?
So even to that point, the reason we wanted to get the park developed was it was during our first term, there's a lot of feedback from the community here in Turner Valley side to have a river accessible park. Because technically, we don't have that in the community on either side, right?
Mhm.
So even unfortunately, on this north side of the river, we have Riverside Park, but it doesn't have river access. So you have to go up the berm and around.
Yeah.
So this would have been an ideal name for Riverside Park because of the access to it, but yeah, we'd have to do some more changing of the names.
Riverside South.
Well, actually, that's not a bad idea, really.
Yeah, I'll just jump in.
Go ahead.
I get the whole arrow thing, but as soon as Dr. Green's lands ever get developed, you're gonna have a whole swath of environmental reserve
Yeah.
that connects to this, so the arrow actually won't stay in perpetuity, so I really don't like it. So, yeah, I mean, DeKalta Park might help people find it, you know, because then they know it's off DeKalta. There might be any other number of names that could work. So, and I don't know. I'm all for easy, but then we don't get to name parks very often, so maybe we do ask people what they want. But for me, being able to find it is like the biggest challenge on this one, so.
I'll say.
I was gonna go with option B because I had no idea, so. I think maybe somebody will have a way better idea than I do.
I would have thought it was called Arrowhead. That's what we called it, French Sheep River, so.
Well, originally it was to be Arrowhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, your worship. And council does have some options on public consultation. I mean, it could be as simple as council could opt for Facebook consultation and then bringing a selection of names back. The town through our website can just put a canvas out, a public call to say, what do you think? So there's some options here. But if council is kind of leaning towards public consultation, to keep it simple, I would almost suggest maybe just through your own Facebook approaches, because you have the
Yeah, maybe
greatest
you should do
reach.
like a video and just.
Yeah, or
put it up
a
and then-
video.
Yeah, and then
solicit a few names, bring them back, and then we could compile it into a report or even have a survey where folks can vote on it.
Okay.
Or
You're gonna end up with a bunch of names, which we kind of didn't want, right?
you
Well,
might have
narrow it
that too.
down.
Yeah,
Narrow it down to 3.
Yeah,
Well,
and then you do
you're
those
almost
polls
called
on
black and
Facebook
white.
and everybody can just vote right on that Diamond
No.
page.
It's the second
I
highest.
don't even want to think that that was a thing.
It was the second highest on the poll.
Town face.
Yeah, I know when we first were touring through that and figuring things out with it, Craig, there is kind of a unique rock formation coming down the one slope into it. Like there are, and then obviously it has river access. So I think picking a name that actually like has something to do with it, either location off DeKalta or
Park.
something on it. Problem is you can't get Sheep River Park. You have like provincial park that gets, you don't want to have something too close, so it has to be somewhat unique. But I like the idea of putting it out on Facebook, but it might be good to know something about it, like, and even like do a video down there, right?
Yeah, that's why I figured I'd watch the video. I just go down there and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would recommend instead of just having a blanket request for names, we have maybe 2 or 3 options. And work from that way instead of having, and if people want to, in the comments, they'll say, I prefer this name. That's just my thought.
Might have to do more than one video.
Might have to.
Might have to do more than one video. Okay, well, we can brainstorm this a little bit more. If we go, let's go the public consultation route.
Take a motion.
Okay. Which one?
I don't know which one that is.
Option B.
That was the motion.
Is it proposed option number 5 or number
It's
6?
public.
Number 6 would be,
Yeah.
but we don't want to direct administration to the public. And just.
Council directs the mayor.
Council directs ourselves to perform a public participation
To engage the
to
public
engage public, just simple like that.
ideas.
Want to wordsmith that for me, Vernon?
the council will.
Yeah, it's a council will complete
Yeah, council will complete.
a public engagement regarding the naming of the public park on the south side of the
We
sheep.
generally always say direct administration, so it should be that council direct administration to defer naming of the park until council completes public participation or public engagement.
That would probably
It's
be
public
doctrinally correct.
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna do it this week.
No, I don't think there's a rush on this.
I just meant both because of the weather. But yeah, I think we get this up. Let's put something together. I definitely don't mind executing this. And we'll come back. And obviously like to have this done, I would assume,
By spring.
yeah, like spring, beginning of summer, like June. So that they can install a new sign and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we can do a video with the new sign.
How quick does Google Maps update?
Probably pretty quick if you do it yourself. Because you can make.
Oh, yeah,
You
we
can,
can-
you just
we
make
can
a
amend it
suggestion,
ourselves, right?
just submit it to the.
Cool.
Okay, so Verna, how's that looking over there?
I think of it.
Captured the intent?
Yep.
Do you need me to read it back out loud or just,
She'll leave it back out loud.
are you gonna read it to me?
I can do that if you like.
Okay. And I will vote on it.
That council directed administration to defer renaming of public park until council completes a public engagement to gather input.
Perfect.
Great, thank you.
That's awesome.
Just as I said, I would.
Not Cindy. Good job.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's carried unanimously and
Sorry, whose motion was that actually?
this is mine.
Yours.
Yeah, one of my very few, because I've been told to do it.
That sounds like a motion.
So I'll do it. I don't see anything else on that one. Am I right in saying that, CAO Davey?
That's correct, your worship. I should just mention this meeting and the next one are both fairly light to accommodate the committee of the whole and strategic planning.
Wonderful.
Right.
Okay. Does anyone want to say anything? Okay, I'm going to
25
adjourn at 6:24.